Good morning, YouTube. I got something I've been waiting to make a video on for a long time. This is pretty cool, so come along with me. Little hint here. So this is my new daily. A 91 Camaro RS. Yeah, I know it's not the Z28, but I'd hate to drive something like that every day, and they're very, very expensive now, but regardless, it is a 55,000 mile rally sport. It is the 305. Yeah, they're only 170 horse from the factory, but got a lot more room in this one than I did my little Boxster Porsche there. This is much easier to work on, more my style. When I was a kid, my parents would take lots of trips in an 83 Z28, these are pretty special to me. Well, all the third gens are, but yeah, I mean, it's in pretty good shape. Not perfect by any means, but I mean, it's solid, it's rust free. I had just got done making a video yesterday just to discover my head was in the way for most of the video. And as soon as I got home, I saw that the heater core was leaking onto the passenger side floorboard. So that's what I did yesterday. On top of new shocks, obviously a good coolant flush, a few other things. But the body style, they're just good looking on these. There's just not much about it I don't like. Again, it's not a perfect car by any means, but it's in pretty good shape. I love this color red. GM just coated it bright red. Kind of has the color matched wheels. A lot of these like to turn pink. These haven't quite started yet. I did ceramic coat the car, and apologize if it's a little bit dirty, but I wanted to get the car out there. Does have T-tops. Very cool. Just an automatic. I did add this cup holder in here. You gotta have a cup holder. That's the one thing I did not like about third gens, for the most part there. But yeah, you can get this off eBay. This is the larger one. It'll hold your giant McDonald's cups, your Gatorades, stuff like that. Red on red. I do love the interior. So yeah, yesterday this was just a pool of coolant here, so I cleaned all that up, and just some ugly floor mats, as it is my daily driver. Other upgrades, let's see, I did bump the timing up, advanced it to about 4 degrees. Stock setting is 0. Definitely made a performance difference. Added a K&N filter. So yeah, these have the third brake light up here. Got the T-top, original T-top bag back here. Just 16-inch wheels from the factory. I always did kind of like these. So the 91s and 92s only did have these ground effects. I'm definitely a big fan. I also blacked out the headlight buckets. They were red. I just like this look a lot better. Just some 3M gloss, some patience, and an X-Acto knife. And my factory black grill was kind of cracked and broken up, so bought another one for like 35 bucks off eBay, and found a nice company that does a good color match. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a nice looking machine. Very cool. Not fast, but definitely runs better than it did when I got it. Little things like I repainted these door lock cylinders. These are starting to go. May replace those eventually. They're not real bad, but I've seen worse with these. So yeah, it's in pretty good shape. Like I said, much more room than my last daily, and the headliner is not perfect there, but I mean, it's holding up okay. This was the only crack in the dash right in here. But as you can see, I just use like an RTV filler here. Haven't got done sanding it yet, but I'm going to sand it off, add a little bit of the grain pattern best I can, then paint it. So it does have cruise control, which is cool. It does have working AC. It is a 91, but I got the RS 25th badge there. I'm probably going to end up doing the stripes as well, just because I like that 25th anniversary look. especially on the red with the black stripes. It just looks sharp. So if you're ever having a sticky hood on these, a lot of them do like to stick, just shoot some WD-40 in here and it should pop right loose. So yeah, there it is, folks. Just the 305 throttle body, 170 horse from the factory. The smog was removed, and I put a high flow MagnaFlow cat on it. It runs much better with the timing, the Canon filter, newer battery. Yeah, lots of good stuff here. No leaks whatsoever. No rear main leak, no seals leaking at all. Nothing leaks in this car. There's my new water pump down in there. Did that. Flushed everything out really good. The old hoses on this car, you could just squeeze them like this and they sounded like a bag of potato chips. So I just replaced all the heater hoses because it was definitely leaving debris in the cooling system. Flushed out the radiator. So yeah, that's about all I've done. Probably some things I'm forgetting, but yeah. Glad everybody's here with me on this video. This is pretty cool here. My 92 was an actual 25th anniversary that I used to have, and I had 158,000 miles in that car. And it still ran good when I sold it, and I ran that poor car to death. Original radio, all that good stuff. Power windows, power rear hatch motor still works. You got your power locks here. Do have manual mirrors, but that's one less thing that can go wrong with it. Kind of nice to have these. A lot of them are missing these little bits as you get them. But yeah, I mean, it rides nice. The seats are comfortable. Obviously a really cool design. Now in 1990, they went to these yellow font gauges. It was 90 to 92. It's pretty much everywhere. It was yellow. You got your HVAC controls there. And then in 91 and 92, they went with the different ground effects as well. So, okay, bear with me, folks. Okay. Gonna go for a little drive here. Yeah, it's just a real nice place to be. I mean, they don't ride like Cadillacs or anything, but they do ride nice. Starts right up. All the gauges work in it. My coolant gauge here did not work when I got it, and all I did was clean the contact points on the temperature sensor and the actual part that clips onto it, and it's worked ever since. Car tends to run cool unless you sit for a while. The only problem I still have to fix is that the cooling fans don't come on when it gets up to around 220 to 230, but if I put on the AC, they do work, so I need to get a different sensor there. I believe it's on the passenger side head, but yeah, this is really cool. This is a nice car. That's not too bad to fix. Okay, go for a little drive here. Neighbors out here doing neighbor stuff. See, I had the video made yesterday. I come home, I find the puddle of coolant in my passenger floorboard. Then I find out my head's in the way through the whole video. Yesterday was kind of lousy. Kind of lousy. So my apologies. Hopefully no issues today. These cars are not without their squeaks and rattles, but that's okay. It's just the cool factor of driving one of these. Very high cool factor. Oh, and I forgot to mention I did do what they call a wonder bar. It does mount underneath your front sway bar bushing bolts and brackets. Takes 10 minutes to install. Cannot recommend that enough. It really makes the car feel more rigid and safe to drive, solid, handles better. I also did front and rear urethane sway bar bushings and end link bushings. That made a big difference in handling. I mean, it is a 32-year-old RS Camaro. It's not going to handle with these newer cars, but I mean, for what this is, it kind of makes it a much better version of itself. Takes right off. I mean, it's got plenty of pickup to drive every day. Surprisingly good on gas with the high flow cat. And the K&N filter, I've yet to put synthetic oil in it. Handles curve just fine. Very nice. Oh boy. We got the trash man ahead when we're making a video. That's okay. We're not going to punch it yet. Slow down around here. These guys are pretty quick. Will we make it by? Yes, we will. Those are my trash guys. They're pretty good. Pretty nice people. So yeah, just a Tuesday. Doing a car video here on a car I've wanted for a long time. I love daily driving a 92 Camaro, or 91, 92 style Camaro. I like them all, but this is definitely one of my favorites by a long shot. No funny suspension noises, nothing like that. So now we're gonna give it a little gas. Okay, not fast by any means, but plenty of pickup. Probably putting out around 205, 210 horse now with everything that I've done. The timing and the exhaust work, I think, helped the most. Yeah, the K&N filter helped a little bit, but mostly the timing, I would say. That made a big difference. And, you know, when I bumped the timing up to 4 from 0, I got to run 93 octane now for safe, you know, for... Don't want any kind of detonation or damage. Definitely want to run something better if you bump the timing on any car, really. And that's easy to do. Okay. We are going to do a little first gear pull here, that's all. Not going to impress anybody, but it's not bad. It's not fast, folks, it's not, but it's got plenty of pickup. It's not gonna throw you back in the seat or make you excited. It does squawk the tires when you hit second gear once in a while, though. That's pretty cool. It is an open rear end. I guess that's not saying a whole lot, but the transmission shifts nice and firm and smooth. Yeah. I really do appreciate you all being on this channel with me and making comments. All the subscribes, I really appreciate it. Have a good time. Hopefully a lot of you will chime in on this video. This is one of my personal favorites. Just a cool little car to drive daily. I'd have to say, out of all the cars I've had, I've probably got the most trigger time in something like this. Nice day for a cruise. Finish up a couple little things on this car, like that dash corner I showed you all. And I'm just going to use some semi-gloss, like just basically out of a rattle can, and I'm gonna, once I sand that down, it's going to be hard to see with the natural gloss on the dashboard. It matches pretty nice. So yeah, I just used like some RTV filler is all I used. One warning about this red though, the police do notice it. They will notice this red, so just make sure you're doing non-Camaro things while you're driving it. Be careful, because this one sticks out. My last one, I got pulled over all the time, but of course I was a lot younger and a lot stupider back then. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't ride that bad. Pretty nice ride. The only thing I wouldn't say it's jarring, but you kind of feel it over railroad tracks. I mean, other than that, it does ride pretty nice. It's compliant. Just a wonderful place to be. Probably going to end up getting a beater car for this winter, so I don't have to drive this in the salt. I will drive it in the rain, but I can't put this car through the salt. Just in case some of you are wondering, I won't do that. Well, folks, that's about it. I'm glad you're with me for this one. Very special day to me. Very special car. This is yet another one that my dad probably had his hands on a lot of the parts. Like physically, it was pretty neat. So obviously it's pretty special to me for that reason. Dad really likes the car. Loves the design. He remembers when these came out. I mean, I remember looking at these at car dealerships with Dad when they first came out. So that was pretty neat. Of course, when I was a kid, I loved these as well. My first Camaro was an 82 Z28 that I bought off Dad. Worked hard and bought that off him. Of course, he gave me a good deal, God bless him. But yeah, that was a pace car edition, like the silver and blue, with the two-tone silver and blue interior. Very good looking car. So yeah, I'll probably love these the rest of my life. Well, that's about it, folks. Really thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to comment below with any questions. I've worked on quite a few of these. Glad to help you if I can. Take care.